Hey, everybody, we're back.
Do your thing.
Coon Prairie Ramblers here.
Doing our thing.
Doing our thing. And we got Veterans Day coming up, guys.
We do. It's 11/11.
11/11.
11/11 was the actual date of it.
Armistice Day. When did they switch from Armistice Day to Veterans Day?
I don't know. It was initially called Armistice.
Mm-hmm.
I think probably during the First World War.
Yeah, I think so.
When it came about. So I don't know.
Armistice. What's that mean? Take the arms down?
Have to look that down. Look that up. Armistice. But anyway, we want to honor our veterans, and we got many of them here.
That's a ceased fighting is what an armistice is.
Ceased fighting, like a parley. No, like a ceasefire.
Yeah.
Armistice.
During World War One, the Great War, the big one, WW1.
Yep.
They had on the 11th of the 11th month in the 11th hour, they stopped fighting.
Wow.
For how long?
For the rest of the war? That was the end of the war?
That became Armistice Day.
Oh.
And then now they've changed it to Veterans Day.
Yeah.
Oh.
And here in Arcadia, we're going to have a parade.
Yeah.
We always have a parade.
The Saturday before?
Oh, I don't know.
That's when they normally have it, the Saturday before. It always falls on a Monday, doesn't it? They celebrate it on a Monday.
Yeah. No. They celebrate it on the 11th.
On the 11th.
It's always celebrated on the 11th, yeah.
So they have a parade
So
any
it'd be
day.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
It became the Veterans Day in 1971, so that's a fairly new thing.
Wow, I didn't realize that.
70.
In the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, that was just the other day.
Yeah.
Mel is a veteran. He served 4 years with our military.
Yeah. Vietnam, Thailand, Guam area.
He made the rounds.
Yeah.
He was Mel about town, Mel about world.
Yeah, you know what? It was just like a blink of the eye now. You think back
4
about
years.
it. I talked to veteran guys who, Vietnam veterans, and they can tell me all kinds of stories, and I'm sitting there thinking, I can't think of anything.
Well, you wasn't in the jungle getting shot at. I think I'd remember that.
I think we were working 12-hour shifts on the runway because we was loading bombs and
tarmac,
fixing guns and stuff, and it was just like a blur. It was boom, 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 boom. Just put the bomb.
Wow.
Plane fly out, plane fly back, plane fly out, a plane come back, all shot up and everything.
Wow.
And we said, oh, look at that one. It's missing something, isn't it?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it was.
Well, that's interesting memories, though.
I have more memories of my time off and going downtown.
Oh, my goodness. Well, some of them you probably can't share, so we better let that dog keep sleeping. But Casey and our fathers both served in the military. His father was a Marine, and mine was in the Coast Guard. You there, Casey?
Well, how do you spell Veterans Day?
ROLAIDS. No, that's a relief.
MICKEY. No, VETERAN. Veterans.
Where's the apostrophe go?
You don't use one. Is it because it denotes plurality rather than possessiveness?
It's a day for the veterans. So
Veterans.
It is a
there's no apostrophe. Yeah, Veterans Day.
Well, that was
like
good.
Father's Day. People try to put apostrophe in Father's Day, Mother's Day.
Yeah. Oh.
No, there's no apostrophe. It's plurality.
You're a good newspaper man.
Oh, I get lucky once in a while. Trust me, I'm a larky.
Do you have the newspaper Bible?
They try to give me all these books to take home. Read this, read that, and every couple of years they're revamping it. So I just write what I write. Mm-hmm. We're getting garbled up again?
Now you're back. Good. I don't know if
we're trying not to.
Turning your heads away or what?
No, we're right here. I think it's on your end.
I'm not a veteran of the service. When I got out of school, I tried to go in the Coast Guard, follow my father. They wouldn't take me, so that's when I went to work for the state. But anyway, I was pretty bad when you get rejected by the Coast Guard. Mm-hmm. But anyway, I tried.
Tell that to Buddy Mansfield.
I tried. Oh, yeah. Well, he served 22 years, and I'm proud of him for that.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. I'm a veteran of the Boy Scout. That's as close as I come to getting in the military.
Yeah.
I served from, I don't know what age, from like 1969 to about 73. I served my time in that. And, well, in fact, just yesterday we had a memorial service for for one of our Boy Scouts. He was a charter member there. It started in Nocatee, Troop 93 of Nocatee in January of 1969. Chuck Hurt, everybody knew him around Nocatee. He was born in Arcadia and lived in Nocatee on the same piece of property his entire life. And he died. He just turned 60 and he had a stroke and some other problems.
Oh.
Went to a service there at the Civic Center, and it was very nice. But we had a lot of good times back in the old days, and different ones of us got up and told stories about Chuck and had a good time there. One old boy, Drew Dido, he's a Nocatee boy. Chuck had just been given a 22 by his grandfather. He was raised by his grandparents, and they took him out to the River Bridge there at Fort Ogden there on 761 or 9 or whatever that is. Took him out there and turned him loose to go hunting out there, and Chucky and Drew was walking around, and they seen some buzzards circling up there, and Drew says, if you can shoot one of them buzzards out of the sky, I'll eat it. So they made a bet. Chucky aimed that 22 rifle, and he let it rip, and I don't know if you ever seen a buzzard fall out of the sky. They just fold up and just drop. Well, that's what happened. He shot that buzzard, and that buzzard just dropped like a rock. Thankfully, Drew says it landed in the top of a tall cabbage palm, and they couldn't get it out. So he said he never did find out what buzzard tasted like.
Oh, my gosh. I can't even imagine that.
Talk about,
I mean, I'd have to be dying.
I'd rather
have to be
eat
on
crow
my last leg.
to eat a buzzard.
I would definitely be on the last moment of my life before I would eat a buzzard.
Yeah, Drew was very thankful.
That'd be the last meal of my life.
Whew, I'm telling you, I probably choked to death on it.
You lose all your taste buds.
Oh, my goodness. Well, we had a good time back in Boy Scout days, and Chuck was notorious for having animals, a lot of critters. He'd catch wild critters and build pens behind his house, and raccoons, but he had snakes and alligators and all kind of iguanas and any kind of critter you could catch, turtles, frogs, whatever. He always had them. He had a zoo behind his house, and what he did for a living, he worked in Fort Myers at some kind of reptile place down there, so he was in his element. But he had a stroke a few years ago and had to retire. But he was always big into animals. You go over there, and one time he got bit by a rattlesnake on the hand or whatever, went in the hospital and was in there for a week, and he didn't die, but he was a teenager. We were still in school when he got bit by that snake. But he would catch him. He would hold one hand out to kind of get the snake's attention, and the snake is sort of bowing up looking at that hand. He'd reach in and grab him with the other one. Well, it didn't work that time. He bit him right on the finger there on the side of his index finger. And Chucky went in the hospital over that. But he was just a good guy that everybody liked. He was a lot of fun. Kind of quiet guy, but if he ever talked, he had something worth listening to.
When he went to the hospital, was it was he in bad shape?
Yeah, he was. His whole arm swole up.
Yeah.
He was kind of chunky back then, but he got real big. But then after that episode, he got thin. He stayed thin the rest of his life, but he was chunky up until then.
Yeah.
You should have called him Chunky, Chunky instead of Chucky.
So do you think maybe if we all three got bit by rattlesnakes that we could lose weight?
Okay, well, let's draw straws. See who goes first. And you get to pick.
I vote for you or Mel, either one. I'll give that honor to you.
Oh, come on now. You be careful where you get bit too, in case somebody's got to suck the poison out of you.
Oh man,
It'll be your backside or something.
Yeah.
Like the old joke went.
Well, so much for Veterans Day.
Yeah. Way down to a minute anyway.
Yeah.
So we salute you, veterans. We are very proud of you and very appreciative of you. And we're glad you served.
And I'm looking forward to the Veterans Day parade.
I am.
That's going to be good. See
They didn't want me.
The Sahib people will be there, won't they?
No, not anymore. They used to come. They didn't want you, KC?
No, I was unfit for military service, what they told me.
Oh, my goodness. Well, me and you are rejects. And Mel is the hero here.
The rejects.
Rejects.
The rejects.
Rejects and dejects. Well, we're down to just a couple seconds, so let us back on out of here, and we're going to come up with an if bomb in a short. So y'all go to the bat room and hurry on back. We'll see you in a few.